Never in a million years did I ever imagine that I would have to make a video of how my YouTube channel got hacked. First of all, I really apologize for the background noise, particularly the goddamn dog that's barking and the idiots that are blasting music on the street. I unfortunately my workroom area is located straight looking to the main street, and that's the problem with living here. That's the reason why you never ever see me record, or you never see daylight on the back here. I always have to film at night because of the noise pollution, so apologies in advance. So, where should I start? I want to start by saying Happy New Year, everybody! It's just so amazing to start the year on the right foot. Why am I making this video? Maybe you're not a subscriber. Maybe you're just like me, a victim of their channel getting hacked, and you're desperately looking for videos on YouTube on the experience that other people have had. This is like the same thing I did. I hope my video can help you in a way, or not, maybe calm your nerves, because I know that this situation is, saying that it's stressful is an understatement for anybody that has a channel, big or small. Having their channel taken away like that feels horrible. I have no words to express, to describe the feeling that was having your livelihood taken away like that. Now, this video will probably be full of jump cuts, and I apologize for that in advance. Like I said, I live in a main street where traffic goes by and people are just a nuisance here, so you're probably going to see a lot of jump cuts. If you don't know who I am, my name is Leona, and my channel is dedicated to my craft, which is basically building and painting anime and video game related resin kits. This is probably not a channel that you would probably find when you're looking for help or answers for your own channel hacking, but let me just tell you that this happens to anybody, and it will happen to a lot of people in the future. How did this happen, and how did I get my channel back? First of all, I will try not to deviate too much from the topic, but there is a story behind all this. So if you're in the process of trying to recover your channel, I hope you stay for the whole situation, because maybe you'll feel like you identify, like I did, with other people, other victims. So sit tight, and yeah, let's check out my first ever story time on this channel on losing my channel. How did this happen? Okay, basically it boils down to me falling for a sponsorship scam. I wish I could say I knew better before falling for something like this, but apparently it happens to bigger YouTubers out there, and trust me, the scam is it looks pretty legit. When you receive an email from a so-called company wanting to sponsor or offering you to sponsor your video, usually you can automatically detect when it's a scam, or somebody, passing through as someone, and when it's a legit company. The way that this email was worded, the way that the person communicated with me, it all looked and seemed legit. I honestly thought that I was getting in contact with a company. I'm not going to say which company, because obviously this person was impersonating a representative from this company. But like I said, the company is not at fault for this, because obviously they were not the ones that contacted me. I received an email just before New Year's, and I remember I read it, and everybody is doing their own stuff on the 30th and 31st, and on the 1st, nobody's doing anything, honestly. Nobody's working. So I saw the email, and I didn't reply to it right away. I just left it for later. So the 6th rolls around, and January 6th. The 6th rolls around. And I was like, oh, yeah, I remember, this person was trying to contact me, for a sponsorship. And let's see what they have to say. So I reply back. I'm like, hey, I'm sorry I didn't get back to you sooner. I hope, still in time to keep on talking. So this person replies and says, yes, we want to sponsor your, segment. And, the details like, oh, a 30 to 90-second segment. Like, all everything looked fine up until that point. And then they were like, please click on this link. It will take you to a download page so that you can download an example and our terms and contract agreement. So I'm like, okay, usually when that happens, when a sponsor contacts you, they give you a link to a Google Drive. But this one was to a Dropbox. Red flag number one. Why would they ask you to download something? But I like I said, it didn't click at that moment. It didn't click. And I remember downloading the file. It was a zip file and they gave me a password. Red flag number two. They gave me a password to open said file. Just remembering it makes me feel so stupid, honestly. Like how I tried to open the zip file, and there were 3 files inside. There was a video of another segment from another YouTuber. There was an image of their logo for some reason, and then there was a 3rd file which said terms and contract agreement. And I remember I tried to open it inside the zip file. And it showed me a list of files inside said file. And I was like, that's strange. Maybe this is some kind of application that they have that I need to open. So I try to open it on the zip file. And I saw in the list, there was an executable file. And I didn't pay much attention to that. I emailed them back and I was like, hey, I'm trying to open this file, but it's not opening. And they replied back. They said, oh, you need to open it. You need to unzip it and open it. That's exactly what I do. As soon as I unzip the file, it showed it as a PDF. But when I double clicked on it, nothing happened. That's how they got me. That was on January the 8th that I tried to open. And when nothing happened, I emailed them back. And I was like, hey, I tried to open your file now that it's unzipped, but it's not doing anything. Can you send me a different file so that I can, check your terms and agreements? They ghosted me. Nothing, 0, zip. January 9th comes in, Monday morning. I am awake at 5:35 a.m. Now, for those of you that follow me on my socials or join me in my live streams, some of you would have known that I had been waiting to go to my U.S. consulate's appointment to get my visa renewed. My visa expired. My U.S. tourist visa expired in March last year. And all this time since April, when I had my interview to renew it, I was told that, hey, it's going to take between 1 and 4 months to tell you if it's approved or not. 5 months passed and it came up as denied. And I freaked out. And then they told me, no, don't worry. It's not really denied. It's just that you need to go to a second appointment to the U.S. consulate. And I'm like, that's never happened before. But okay, that happened in September. And my appointment was January 9th at 7:30 in the morning. I had to be at the U.S. consulate that day. 5:30, I wake up and I start to get ready. 6 a.m. rolls around. I start doing breakfast. And then usually my routine is that every day, I normally get up, I go make breakfast, and I sit on my computer and check all my stuff, all my emails, all YouTube and everything. So that's what I did. 6:20 rolls around. I sit on my computer, I turn it on, and then I try to log into YouTube because that's what I do. I put YouTube on the background whenever I'm, checking just as noise. And I remember I tried to log into my account and it said you're logged out. Like, that's strange. Usually, sometimes it happens and I just log back in. You know, the rare occasion is like, oh, switched accounts. Like, why? But anyways, I was like, maybe this is one of those situations. And then all of a sudden I go to my Gmail and I start seeing a shit ton of emails from Google saying, oh, your two-factor authentication has been turned off. And then it turned on. And then all of a sudden the emails I'm getting from Google are in German. And then I start seeing two-form factor activated. Your password has been recovered. And like 10 emails. And I start to freak out because I'm like, oh my God, please, not now, not right now. And I'm thinking not right now because I need to go. I need to leave. I need to go to my appointment. And as I'm sitting there, I didn't even eat breakfast. I'm starting to panic because I lost access to my Gmail account. And then I look at my YouTube channel. I can't log into my dashboard anymore, my YouTube Creator Studio. It's gone. And that's when it dawned on me. They hacked my account. How? How did they hack this? I had two-form factor and I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it for the like of me. And I've seen this happen 3 times in the past 2 months with other YouTubers that I personally follow. And as soon as I saw the hackers change my icons, change my banner, change everything, removed my videos, I knew I had fallen for a crypto scam live stream hacking, operation. That's why a lot of you that had your notifications on were seeing this dipshit Elon Musk on your notifications. And a lot of you, if not all of you, were like, why the hell am I subscribed to this idiot? And automatically unsubscribed. But in actuality, that was my channel being hijacked. And they removed my branding. They removed everything. I'm over here panicking. I'm like, what am I going to do? I need to go. It was almost 7 a.m. and I needed to get to the goddamn consulate. And then all of a sudden, all these comments started rolling in. Hey, your YouTube account got hacked. You got hacked. Hey, on Twitter, on Instagram, on Facebook, on TikTok. And I'm over here trying not to panic because my state of mind needed to be clear that morning. And I remember the first thing I did was go to Twitter and contact Team YouTube. And I was like, hey, my channel just got hacked and it's live streaming a crypto scam. Please help me. This is my URL. And sure enough, like in about 5 minutes, they DM'd me and they were like, please fill out this form. And by that time, I had to go. So I left everything. You can't go into the U.S. consulate with your cell phone. So I had to leave my cell phone here at home. It was a nightmare. I remember arriving at the U.S. consulate and all this, the anxiety and the nervousness and the uncertainty of not knowing if I'll get my visa back or approved just melted. I got there and all I could think of was, get home, get home, get home. You need to get home. And I'm here, but I've been waiting almost, 9 months to get for this stupid appointment so that I can go back to the US and visit. And no, I'm here. And like, I hope to God that the US immigration officer doesn't ask me, what do you do for a living? And I'm over here like, I'm a YouTuber, but guess what? My channel just got hacked. Oh, no. It was a nightmare. My anxiety was through the roof, but not because I was at the US consulate not knowing if I was going to get approved or not, but because my channel was being hacked at the same exact moment. So I get to my appointment, my visa gets approved. They did ask me what I do for a living, and I'm like, I am a content creator. Please don't look at my channel. I have pictures. So yeah, I got approved for my visa finally after like 9 months of not being able to cross the border, and I wasn't able to feel happy. I wasn't able to celebrate. I should have gone home that morning and be jumping for joy. Be like, yes, I'm going to be able to visit San Diego again. Nope. I went home and the first thing I did was check Twitter. see what's going on. And then all of a sudden I check my cell phone and it exploded with notifications everywhere. Hey, your account got hacked, your account. And the thing is, I checked my YouTube channel and they removed everything. And it was live streaming like 4 different videos of the same thing. While I didn't have any access to my Gmail or my dashboard, my cell phone was not able to actually log in through the YouTube Studio Creator app, but I was still getting notifications of comments, and I would just see snippets of the comments being left out. And it's like, oh my God, she got hacked. She got hacked. I was like, I had a panic attack as soon as I got home. I had a panic attack because I know everyone's reaction is to let the person know, hey, did you know your channel got hacked? It's like, I know my channel got hacked, and just seeing comment after comment, messages just saying, hey, you got hacked. Or, did you get hacked? Oh my God, I just saw this. And it was like every single comment that I got that morning in that moment just increased my anxiety, increased my panic state. So it was a horrible morning. I filled out the form because they do send you, like Team YouTube does send you a link so that you can fill out a hijacking form to report a hijacking. And they ask you a lot of things. And fortunately for me, the day before, I was printing out all the stuff from my channel so that I can take to the U.S. immigration officer in case I get asked, like, what's your channel name? What's your AdSense? What's this? What's that? I mean, I printed out everything. So I had the information for my freaking, and I all the information that they asked, I had. So I'm like, yes, I have everything. So I pulled out everything because they ask you for your channel ID. They ask you for AdSense if it's monetized. They ask you like when you made your account and all that. So fortunately, I had all that information, sent it out, and it was like 3 hours after the hijacking and after the live streaming started that YouTube temporarily disabled and terminated my account. That's when the horrible stuff started to happen. Because as soon as I saw that my channel started live streaming, my subscriptions bled like I've never seen another channel bleed before. That was the cherry on top of my panic attack. Seeing all my subscribers leaving because they're confused. They're confused as to why the hell is this Elon Musk guy coming up on my notifications? Like, who is this? Because since they changed the name on the channel, they changed the branding, they changed everything. Everybody was like, who the hell is this? But no, it is a hacking operation, and it's the same method used. And if you do an experiment right now, and if you go and search on YouTube right now, pause this video, open a new tab, and search Elon Musk crypto live stream, and you will see the channels that are being hacked at that exact same moment. They're all streaming the same exact rerun of a live stream that happened some time back of this idiot. Seeing that was what made my day like end almost. From having an anxiety attack to a panic attack, I started to just not feel anything, because at that moment I knew YouTube, took charge and disabled everything to avoid any more further damage to what was already done. And now I had to play the waiting game. Let me tell you exactly what happens when you contact Google, or in this case, YouTube support. First of all, you fill out, you have to contact them through Twitter. Why the hell through Twitter if you can't do it on YouTube? A lot of people ask the same fucking question. But in order to start to get your channel back, you need to go to Twitter. So if you don't have a Twitter, and if you're a content creator, make a Twitter account. Make a Twitter account, because you never know, and follow Team YouTube. And that's what I had been doing since I saw the last 2 YouTubers fall victim to this. I was like, I better follow, you Team YouTube on Twitter. You never know. So I've been following Team YouTube for a while, and I've seen all, you see all the tweets and all the retweets, and I see so many people reporting that they get hacked every single day, every hour. So I'm like, oh, well, what's one more to the pile? And as soon as I filled out the form, they emailed and they said, I filled out the form. An hour later, the channel got shut down, and an hour later after that, so 2 hours after I filled the form, they get back to me and they confirm that, yes, your account has been hijacked. And they were like, please try and follow these steps to see if you can recover your Gmail account first. And when I tried to start the recovery process, I realized that the goddamn hackers had changed everything. My recovery email, my phone number, and on top of all that, they added a physical USB key authenticator to my account. If you don't know what that is, it's a physical USB that you have to connect to your PC, enable it for you to log in to your account. If you don't have that, you're fresh out of luck. So the hackers got pretty crafty and nasty because I was not able to change anything. So I immediately replied back to Team YouTube, to the YouTube support. And all this, I have to tell you that it feels horrible and it's so stressful not knowing what they're doing on their end, because you just reply, but they don't give you updates on what's going on what stage they are in where. So please be patient if you're in this situation right now. If you don't hear back from them, trust me, you will, but it takes time, because I reported that on Monday. A few hours later, I get that and I report, hey, I can't log in because apparently these people put in a physical USB authenticator. So what can you do to help me? I didn't hear anything back from them until 6 o'clock at night. If you weren't able to log in, please let us know so that we can escalate your issue. So I'm like, yeah, I couldn't do it. And I even screen captured the whole thing. Like I would get like a verification code on my working email and try to use it. And it said, Google cannot verify that this account belongs to you. So I start panicking again. And I send, the video of the screen capture. And I'm like, I can't do this. Please help. Can you escalate this? And I didn't hear back from Team YouTube. I'm sorry, not Team Google. Well, it's the same. This is the same thing. I didn't hear back from them for 2 whole days. And I was worried that maybe I didn't know if I escalated my ticket correctly, because it said they didn't give me another link to fill out another form to escalate. So I'm over here like, am I doing things right? That's when I started to going into the YouTube rabbit hole of other people getting hacked and their experience. So my experience is this. It does take time. So they replied back. And 2 days afterwards, because I was, emailing like every 24 hours, like twice, I was like, hey, just, following up on this, ticket. Is there any update? Just let me know that you're doing something, please, to calm my nerves, because I wasn't able to sleep. I wasn't able to eat. I wasn't able to do anything. All I could think of was, why did this happen? Why was I so stupid? Why did I not see this? Why didn't I see the red flags? It's a horrible feeling when you see that happen and your whole livelihood is taken away from you. Like seeing your hard work be destroyed by some idiot passing off as someone else just so that they can scam other people for their crypto money. It's horrible. It's so hard. You feel violated because you lose access to everything that you've done. You're wondering if they deleted your videos. Like, I even had a recent real sponsor in my last video, and I was, in talks with them, asking them, getting in touch so that we can get an ETA on the payment and all of a sudden they email me back and they're like, hey, we were about to process the payment for the sponsor, but we don't see your channel. It says it's terminated. How? What do you say to that? I was like, you know what? My channel got hijacked. I'm in the process of trying to recover it. And it's horrible seeing that the people that follow you, the people that had all their notifications of your channel turned on, seeing them leave like that is this whole situation was so disheartening, honestly. I was in the middle of, painting Jinx because that's the first project of the year that I had planned to show you guys. I was working on Jinx, and then all of a sudden this happens, and I don't want to do anything. The only thing I can think of is, will I get my channel back? I don't know. So the first thing I did, like the moment everything happened, was go onto my socials and be like, please don't unsubscribe. I'm being hacked. It's my channel that you're seeing there. But a lot of people don't follow me on my socials. And those that do were like, okay, I did unsubscribe, but I didn't know it was you. So I get it. And I don't blame my followers that did unsub because of the confusion. But probably half of the people that unsubscribe don't follow me on my socials. So they were like, who the hell is this? I didn't subscribe to this. You feel so vulnerable because I had all these plans, for the beginning of the year. I have so many projects, so many things that I want to do, and then have that ripped away from you. It's a horrible feeling, especially because, this is my livelihood. What do you do? What do you do when that happens, So all through this time that I'm waiting for the YouTube support team to get back to me, I'm looking at other people's videos, and then all of a sudden I was watching one, and I was like, what if I try again? What if I try to recover my Gmail again? And I went in and tried it, and this time it let me. I finally was able to get a hold, first of all, of my Gmail. I recovered my email, and I changed everything. I put on my 2-factor authentication, and I actually put on my personal USB key authenticator this time. So no freaking way that anybody else is going to touch my account anymore without my physical USB key, which fortunately I had one. So 2 form factor and the key. You don't have those 3, you damn fucked up. You're not going to get into any of my accounts. Still, it was horrible, but I knew that I was halfway there. Regaining control of your Gmail account is the first step. So I immediately contacted Team YouTube again in the same email chain thread. And I was like, hey, good news. I was able to get a hold of, recover my Gmail. Can you please look into my account for YouTube because it still says terminated. And they replied back like in a few hours, and were like, oh, that's great that you're able to recover your Gmail account. Now leave the job to us to start to bring back your account. Between the moment it happened and the moment I was able to regain full access of my channel was for almost 4 days. This happened Monday morning at 6 a.m, and I was able to regain full control and access yesterday night at about 8:30 p.m. Thursday. So 4 days total. It does take time. It is anxiety inducing. And if you're a person that suffers from anxiety, I can only say get a hold of your therapist or, your physician that helps you with anxiety attacks, because it's going to be a horrible waiting game for you, as it was for me. I suffer from anxiety and all. This was not a walk in the park for me. It was horrible. Like I said, I couldn't eat, I couldn't sleep, I couldn't work. I was like, maybe if I continue working, on my project, I'll get my mind off of this. But I wasn't. I honestly wasn't able to do it. And but sure enough, I was able to regain access of my YouTube channel, and the moment I was able to log into my dashboard, that's when I saw the damage. It feels horrible. The only way I can explain my feelings when I went back into my dashboard was, if you've ever been robbed in real life, at home or somewhere, and you go into your house or any place where you were robbed and you see a mess, and you feel you feel horrible because somebody was in your house and they left the mess and they took things from you. That's exactly how I felt. It was a mess. I had to put everything back. They privated all my videos. I had to put them public again. I had to check, what they did. I had to delete the horrible live streams that they left behind. And I lost almost 5,000 of you. You'd say, but they're just numbers, Leona. But they're not just numbers. They're people. They're people that found my channel, that liked my work enough to subscribe. Like, what I do in this channel is not very much seen outside because it's such a niche hobby. And just getting 500 people to subscribe in a month, maybe, it's a monumental effort. Losing almost 5,000 of you in the span of 3 hours while the hijacking happened crushed me. So now I'm left to pick up the pieces. There's not much communication that you can have between Team YouTube and yourself. You're just waiting and waiting. And trust me, it feels like you're talking to a brick wall every time you reply to the same email chain, because you're not getting a reply back, but they're working. They're working behind the scenes. You just don't know it. YouTube is a huge platform and people are getting hacked left and right every day, every single hour. So they have their hands tied right now with a lot of things, but they're doing things behind the scenes. You just don't know where they are in the process. But trust me, if I was able to get my channel back, you're going to get your channel back. I'm 99% certain that you will get your channel back the same way I did, because I saw it happen to an animation channel that I was subscribed to. She had like 300,000 subscribers and she got her channel back. And I saw another YouTuber that had 10,000 subs that also got his channel back. And I'm like, okay, creators, big and small, they're getting their channels back. There's no reason for mine to not, be recovered. But the uncertainty, you feel powerless. You feel powerless when it's happening because you want to know what's going on. Where's the ticket? Like, there's no phone number you can call and be like, hey, what's the status on my ticket? There's nothing like that. So the only thing I can tell you is that if it happened to you, you will get your channel back the same way I did. You just need to follow the steps. You need to contact Team YouTube on Twitter. It's like so stupid, but go to Twitter, go Team YouTube. They will send you the form, fill out the form to the best of your abilities. If you don't have all the information, fill it out to whatever information you had at that moment. Follow the steps if you're not able to recover your account. And if it says in the process that you're trying to do it on the first attempts, you see that message that, insert your USB key. That's when you need to go back and say, hey, I'm not able to do it because they added a USB key. Please escalate my situation, my ticket with Team YouTube. And you're not going to hear back from them for a while. And they're not going to tell you when they're done. You're just like automatically going to go back into your account because your anxiety is going to get the best of you. And you're going to try to attempt again. And that's when you'll see, like, the moment I saw a notification on my phone from the YouTube Studio app, that's when I knew that my channel was back. I saw someone say, oh my God, she's back. And I'm like, oh my God, I got my account back. And I immediately went in and started, changing everything to back how it was. So to whomever that person was, I don't have their name right now, but thank you so much for notifying me with your comment. But yeah, that's what happened. That's how it happened. And that's how I recovered my channel. Now, if you are one of my subscribers, one of my followers, a lot of you have asked me on my socials and on Patreon and everywhere where I was getting support, which honestly, your words of support meant so much to me because I saw hundreds of comments from all of you in a single day. And I'm like, holy fuck, like that's where I knew that my channel mattered to people. I know it sounds stupid, but that's when I knew that people were worried about me. And I want to thank all of you for doing that. And a lot of you asked me what you could do to help. And the only way I can think of, and the only way that I can ask you to help, is to share my videos. Like if you're in a modeling community, share my tutorials in your communities. If you are a fan of a fandom of a figure that I've painted in the past, share my videos in your groups, in your discords, everywhere that you're part of said fandom and said communities. Just spread the word. Hey, this channel has this content. You'll find it interesting. So if there's a way that you can help after all the situation and try to do some damage control with me, is that share my content. Share my content anywhere you think people would be interested in seeing it. So yeah, I am back. Thank you so much for not leaving. For those that, saw the notice but didn't leave, like didn't unsub. And if you did unsub, I hope you resub again. I hope this video reaches you, even though you unsubscribed, but with all the confusion. And yeah, I hope to see you here, for my next video, which is Jinx. Anyways, guys, Happy New Year, I guess. And I have a lot of things that I have planned for this year. Now that I have my visa and I'll be able to cross the border again, I want to go to Anime Expo. I think what do you guys think? Would you like to see a panel, with me over there? If you would guys like to, meet up at Anime Expo, I'll submit a request to do a panel. Maybe it'll get approved and we'll see everybody there that gets to go. And like I said, I have a lot of things planned this year. And yeah, the first order of business, Jinx. And that's what you're going to see next. So I hope to see you in the next video. But for now, I'm just glad this nightmare is over.